All right, starting from home. I'm gonna do a full self drive to Lowe's. Sometimes it comes out of the garage fine, sometimes it doesn't because it's a real tight fit. But okay, so far so good. Here we go. I'm not like a YouTuber really or anything like that. I don't have a separate camera on the screen, and Dirty Tesla has a cool rig where he has a second camera or whatever. Um, I don't have a wide angle lens. I just kind of figured I would just put up the self drives, uncut. I don't know if there's a lot of people just putting the uncut, you know, bits in there. I'm thinking about actually taking over in a minute just to make it turn on a road. Um, yeah, I just don't know if it's the right thing. Both roads look jacked. I think I'm going to try it. All right, so I am going to take over just so I can go this way, and then I'll turn it back on. Actually, does the roundabout fine, but 4, 3, 2. So we are going a little bit slower than normal. So the speed limit right here is 45. The car's only going 30. It normally goes faster. So I think it's pretty fair to say it's because of all the stop traffic on the other side of the road. It's gonna take Cracker Jack timing, Wayne. Total concentration. Ready, Jack? I'm looking for more ready. Now it just goes. I think I put in the wrong Lowe's. That's the problem. Let me fix the address here. Navigate to Lowe's. Oh, sorry. Navigate to Lowe's. So we're going to that one. Yeah, I think it was trying to go the other way because I put in the one that's in Claremont, not the one that's here. I mean, the one that's in Winterguard. We are going to Claremont, actually. You get some plants. Some plants at Lowe's. Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday night, Friday evening, Friday afternoon if you're in California, I guess. Well, actually, I don't even know what time this is being posted, so never mind. Sometimes I stream it, so it'll be live. But I'm not streaming this, so happy whatever day it is. If people are actually interested in seeing these sort of uncut videos, I will get I guess, a second camera. I mean, it's worth it if anybody gives a crap to see it. I'm not assuming that anyone does right now. It's kind of just fun for me to play with tech and cameras and stuff. I gave it a tap on the accelerator just there to get it to go a tiny bit faster. Now here we are at the another roundabout here. I also thought it might be fun, I don't know, to if something did happen on the drive, if anything interesting happened, to I can download clips from the cameras as well and put that in the video too, I guess. So the goal is to not intervene. I know I've already intervened a couple times, but it was not because the car was doing something wrong. It was just because I had put in the wrong GPS. Also, that camera being really bouncy. I mean, I need to know. I see it bouncing, but I think that's not necessarily a terrible thing. It's got a spring arm to let it kind of have some shocks, because if it didn't, I think it would be a very bumpy ride. Probably need to tighten them up a little bit. I'll work on that after this drive's over. Yeah. Like, let's see here. I'm not driving to the airport. That was from another drive. There we go. So even that, you see the car, we were stopped, that car moved up a little bit, and our car pulled up a little bit. Very, very human-like driving, like 90% of the time. How was this? That hits. You know what I'm gonna do for y'all? Let me see here. All right, so it's a red light, so it should stop. We're gonna keep going. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I'm gonna turn off the microphone suppression. I can remember where it is. There we go. If I get a copyright strike, I'll deal with it, I guess. focusing on the wheel right now, but I'm not controlling it in any way. We're in standard driving mode right now, by the way, as opposed to chill or hurry.
In the mix.
We're listening to Sirius XM Chill. Okay, so right now we're going 55 and a 50. The maximum speed is set to 62 in standard driving mode. That's kind of what it's doing. Oh, okay. So the car did brake. I was looking in the side mirror when that car came across, and the car braked for me. That's great. I'm telling you, there's a lot of haters, a lot of skeptics. That's fine. I'm skeptical of 99% of things in life, but I'm a believer in FSD right now. I'm a believer. Is it perfect? No, it is not perfect. Is it going to be perfect? Yeah, it's going to be perfect. It's 90% perfect. It's 94% perfect. It makes mistakes sometimes. My mistakes that I've seen with it are things like it'll get confused in a parking lot, maybe. It'll not be sure which way to go. Maybe it'll take a wrong turn. Maybe it'll take the wrong exit. But it's not dangerous, right? Like, I've seen dangerous things too. I'm not trying to say it's not. I saw a video, somebody claiming, I don't know if it was on full self-driving, of course, but if they're taking you at their word, they were on full self-driving and it blew through a red light. I find that a little bit hard to believe, only because my experience is very different. But my point is, I acknowledge that it's not perfect and that it still needs to be managed. But I'm telling you, man, the rate of progress, it's it's spectacular. It's crazy. This car, for all intents and purposes, has taken us door to door, garage to door. Now, I'm on version 13.2, so this one will not park itself in the parking lot when we get there. The new update that is coming out sometime in the next, I mean, literally could be any day, but it could also be, as you know, the end of the year. But version 14 will park the car in the parking lot when you get there as well. Or, you know, we get to that point here pretty soon where I think they call it banish mode, where you let the car drop you off at the front and then you send it to find a parking spot. It's like reverse summon. All right, unprotected left turn, always fun. The car definitely could have gone, and I've seen it go in that amount of space before, but that's cool. I don't mind it being safe. So when we get up here, basically what the car will do in this version of full self-driving is it will pull up to the front of whatever the location is, to as if it was going to drop you off like a robo-taxi. Turn on this light, might make the steering wheel a little easier to see. It always stops fully at every stop sign, even in a parking lot. It's actually interesting because people get a little annoyed by it, I feel like. So I'm going to take over here in just a moment so I can park. Let it deal with the pedestrian first. Alright, I'm going to take over. We're going to park right here. Alright, here we are. Be back soon. Alright, we moved parking spots off camera because I forgot I was going to the garden center, so I wanted to be closer to the garden center. But we're gonna go home now. Take me home. I don't think I want it showing my address on the screen, but there we go. Alright. Hold the blue button, y'all. And away we go. I tried to adjust the camera a little bit. I dropped it even lower and tried to tighten it up so it wouldn't bounce as much. So let's see if we notice a difference this time around or not. Also, I know that kind of seeing the wheel turn is part of the appeal. I'd rather keep the dome light off or the reading light here if I can. So let's just see. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, I still have my back dome lights on though. Yeah, it really does make it look easier to see, doesn't it? Alright. Alright, so we're peeking out, we're peeking out, we're peeking out. There is no time to go yet. Alright, it could go after this next car. I don't know if it will. Because there's a car in the turning lane and it kind of blocks the view a little bit. Now, if I tap the accelerator to push it out a little bit further, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to let it drive. Wow. That was really interesting. I might actually pull up one of the side cameras here to show what just happened. There was one more car coming from the left on this multi-lane highway, and I guess their light turned red, so they slowed to a stop. And even though my light was still red, the car went. I don't know. It's difficult to explain. It was almost like it could tell it was going to stop. There's a lot of traffic. I forgot the traffic. We passed it on the way here. I mean, that was the road parallel, but the only reason that one was so backed up is because this one's so backed up. That's all right. I'm gonna let it stay. Hopefully it stays here because I'll let you guys know a little secret about this town. That road we were on a few minutes ago, that had all the cars backed up coming the other way. Those people are trying to get around this. But the problem is that leads into the other road, the smaller road, leads into a roundabout, which is, you know, maybe 100 yards from the intersection for this multi-lane highway. It's like 75 yards away. So if this is backed up, that's backed up, the roundabout is backed up, and all the roads feeding into the roundabout are backed up worse. So don't leave the multi-lane highway for that side road, because that side road is always going to be worse. All right, yellow light, cool, went right through, didn't hesitate. Awesome. I'm kind of surprised it's not going in the right lane. Right lane's mostly empty, but they're not empty, but there's, you know. Let's see if this light is really... I guess if anyone is actually watching this, put it in the comments. Do I need to leave that light on so that the wheel is easier to see? I really want to tell it to get in a different lane. I don't know why it is just staying in this. Both of the side lanes are up there. This middle lane is way back here, and this truck, and it's just like, yeah, I'm cool. I might expect that in chill mode, but standard, I don't know. That is one of the things about the car. Right now, right, it's doing this. It's sitting here. Inexplicably, with, you know, a minute ago, we saw 4.1 miles to the turn. But earlier today, I was in the right lane, coming the other way, but in the right lane. My right-hand turn was coming up in 0.4 miles. 0.4 miles in chill mode. And it was trying to move over out of the right lane into the left lane to pass people. And then later that same day, it does this. So but, my point remains here that all this shit is annoying, but it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. And yeah, it can make a mistake, but so can every single human. I'm going to put it this way. If you asked me, would I be comfortable driving on a road like this, surrounded by cars with the software, I would say yes. Because if anything, they constantly defer. So if I was the only guy driving and all these cars were running the software, I could do whatever I wanted, because they would trip over themselves to not hit me. I'm telling you though, this is so much less stressful. And I'm not somebody who found driving to be stressful. I like driving. In fact, sometimes I will drive. I don't always do this. But I don't know, man. When you're just sitting in traffic like this and just, I don't know, I'm just chilling. Sort of daydreaming out the front window. As long as you're looking, you know? As long as you're paying attention and you can see what's going on, you're good. And I'll bet you soon you're going to be able to not have to pay attention as much. You know, it's interesting and a little ironic. I think one of the issues in my mind for Tesla has been that people will get in accidents on the highway with autopilot. Not with full self-driving. It's different. And if autopilot is not as good, regular autopilot. So like, if you get in an accident with that, it's on the news. And 90% of America, 95% of America doesn't know the difference. And they think it's, this product, the full self-driving product, that crashed, when really it was just like adaptive cruise control, and a little bit of auto steer. So I think that, I don't know, Tesla would be better served just putting this on every single vehicle. Put full self-driving on every single car. Let people just have it. Charge $4,000 more for the car, for every car. It comes with it. And then watch how many fewer crashes there are with Teslas when the Tesla is in control. I mean, like, there won't be hardly any. I still can't tell if that's necessary. We haven't really turned at all. Alright, auto lane change. Our turn's coming up in 0.7 miles. Oh yeah, that arm, tightening up that arm. I just realized the camera is way smoother now, isn't it? I'm not even feeling like the road vibration or anything. It's great. All right, so now's one of the best parts of the commute here, the drive, is the unprotected left turn. So the car is typically not going to pull out into the intersection when there's a whole bunch of cars coming towards it, right? It is it's basically at the line. It will start rolling forward if it sees that it's going to have an opportunity to go. It definitely knows the difference between the blinking yellow light and the solid yellow light. There's a good chance we won't get a chance to do the unprotected turn because there's just not going to be an opportunity. If it cycles, we'll get a green light, but I'll tell you what though, it is really fun to see it do this, to see it looking and creeping up and acting like a person. Alright, we're not going to get to go this time. So, that's another thing, it recognized that the light changed and it's just going to sit here now. That flipping pickup truck behind me and his headlight is like literally in my mirror. light turned green, automatic. Okay, it always cuts this corner too sharp. You see what it just did? I don't know why. The cameras are clear. It can see what's going on there. In fact, I should probably report that. How do I report that? Does anybody know? I mean, obviously, if there's a car sitting there to turn left, it won't run into the car. But if there's no car there, it cuts that corner loose every time. Or tight. Oh, wait. Go to the mailbox. Oh, look at that Model Y's blinker. I didn't know they were cool like that. Show off. Alright, I'm going to have to take control to pull into the parking lot. Let's pause this recording while I get... Alright, we got the mail. Take me home. This is Ben Bomer, by the way, if you're not familiar with the music. Got to see Ben Bomer perform in Atlanta, I think in June. Hell of a show, great show. So as of today, just like a parking lot, the car won't pull into your driveway. It'll just kind of pull up to wherever you tell it to, but that's coming in version 14. I watched Dirty Tesla's video where he had the car pull right into his driveway in his garage. I'll link the video below for that. It was pretty cool. Right into the garage. Like, it didn't even hesitate. It was wild. This is where it's gonna stop. And this is where you're gonna stop too. I need you freaks knowing where I live. Anyway, till the next one.